Hey friends, it's me, your tarot fairy godmother with a new rant. Okay, here it is. It's all about what we say to someone when they're getting ready to buy their first tarot deck. Now, first of all, I am so excited that the popularity of tarot and the understanding of what tarot is and isn't is growing and growing and growing, and I hope it never stops. I am very, very excited by this because I feel like when used properly, when understood properly, tarot is such a wonderful tool for healing, for creativity, for self-understanding. I believe that most people on the planet can benefit from having tarot in their lives. So the more the merrier. Welcome to our club. So that means that chances are now greater than ever that if you are known to be a person who reads tarot, plays with tarot, has tarot decks, someone who is interested and curious might say to you, either in person or online, how do I choose a new tarot deck? How do I choose my first tarot deck? Now, we're going to blow right past the stupidity of you must receive it as a gift. I think by now we all know that that's a bunch of cockamamie, but let me just say, yes, you can and should buy your own tarot deck, buy many. But the question is about what tarot deck to start with. Because the problem is some tarot decks are better for beginners and some are not. And if a first-time tarot person gets a deck that is not a good beginner deck, it's going to gather deck dust on their shelves, and they're not going to go through that process that we all went through, that beautiful learning tarot process where you're like, oh, I get this and it works and it's fabulous, and they're not going to have that. They're going to be frustrated. So we don't want that. It is fine to have plenty of tarot decks gathering dust on your shelves, but not your first one. Your first one needs to be a deck that starts you on your journey. So here comes the rant. The rant is something I see online all the time when people come into tarot groups and say, oh, I'm new. How can I pick my first deck? And what do people say? They say, oh, just choose the deck you're drawn to. It will be the right deck. Freaking BS is that. Oh my gosh, what the actual F is that? No, 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 no. If you are any kind of a friend, if you are any kind of a decent individual, help them understand the difference between a tarot and an oracle deck. What is a tarot deck? Help them understand that there are different tarot traditions. And to start out, you're going to have the best luck starting out with the Waite tradition. It doesn't have to be a Waite deck, but a deck that is a Waite clone or follows the Waite tradition is going to be the easiest way to start. Help them understand that if they want to work with a deck that does not follow a particular tradition, let's say Chrysalis Tarot, they can do that. They have to work with that book and find those study groups, and they will not easily make the transition to other tarot decks after that. And so they need to understand that. If they want to start out with a Marseille type deck, with a Crowley deck or a Crowley type deck, that's fine. But understand, that's what they're doing. So don't start with a Crowley deck and then watch a bunch of videos from Waite teachers and think that's going to work. Help them understand the reality of this. Now, if you can catch their vibe a little, and they, it seems like they want to go down that Waite path, find links to 5 or 6 different decks that would be good beginner decks in that tradition, and then say from those 5 or 6 decks, choose the deck that you're most drawn to. That you can do. But don't leave them in this, abyss that is filled with thousands and thousands and thousands of different divination decks and say, Oh, just honey, choose what you're drawn to. That's like going vehicle shopping and going to the dealership and not worrying about total cost of ownership or what you can afford or what you know how to drive or what you need for your vehicle. Just choose the pretty one. Yeah, no, you don't do that. You don't do that. Tarot is a tool. If the whole purpose of tarot were to just go through and look at the pretty pictures, well, that would be one thing. But we know that the purpose of tarot, as we use it today, is so much more than that. And when someone starts in the world of tarot, we want them to have success. So set these people up for success by spending a little time to help them understand what they're looking at and to help them choose a first deck that will work for them. All right. Thank you so much. Rant over. Go ahead and comment what was your first deck, and was the first deck you bought the deck that actually helped you learn tarot? How did that go for you? Thanks so much. Take care. See you soon.